Hello, Paulette Bernard here from the 65th Force Support Squadron, and welcome to another edition of Lajes Now. And today we are coming to you, as always, from the wonderful Cafe Bean. And we're talking today about influential women. We are actually continuing our conversation, and what inspired this topic actually was Women's History Month, which is in March. But I was thinking, gee, why do we limit acknowledging the important women in our lives and in history just 1 month? So I think we're just going to continue talking about it, keeping it in our minds, you know, the important women who have had an influence, who were trailblazers, and who really made history, both in our personal lives and as well as in other professions. So what I'd like to do is to ask you to introduce yourselves and then tell me who you're going to be talking about today.
So I'm Lieutenant Andre Brito, and I work at the 65th Communications Squadron as the Ops Flight Commander, and I'm going to talk about my mother,
Okay.
Anna. So I think she played a really big part in making who I am today. So she immigrated from Brazil in 1988, and when she came to America, she came here with nothing and worked odd jobs to help support the family with me, my dad, and my sister. It was anything from delivering newspapers to cleaning houses. And I remember back in the day, I would go with her on some of these jobs, and I just remember how hard she worked to not only do these jobs at these awful hours in the morning, and then come back, take care of the kids, and take care of my dad, who would come back after work. And it took a while until I was older to realize how much hard work she put in to support for us. And while she was doing that, she also went to school to become a nurse. And now she's going back to school to get her bachelor's degree, to keep furthering her education. And this entire time, I've been thinking, wow, that's a lot of hard work. And it's something that I try to keep in my own life when I'm thinking, man, this sucks. But I had it easy. I had it really easy compared to my mom. So it made me who I am today, and I'm really grateful to have her.
And does she know that?
Oh, I'm sure she does.
You tell her,
oh
right?
yes, all the time.
Okay, that's really very inspiring. And to come to another country and have to work at a lot of little jobs that probably don't pay very much, you know, and support a family, and that's quite amazing, quite an accomplishment. So I can see why your mom inspired you. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
Amazing. Hi.
Hi, ma'am. I'm Emran Hayden. I also work for the 65th Comm Squadron. I guess I jumped on this opportunity so I could talk about my own mother. She lived in Spain during the reign of Franco, the dictator.
Oh, yeah.
Though she was reasonably well off in financial means, when she studied in the university there, she left her house when she was 18 due to some conflicts at home, and she got a bachelor's degree. And when she came to live to Puerto Rico, they didn't accept her credits. So she took another 4 years of college and was a valedictorian working nights. So that's something I've always been really proud of. But more than that, what I wanted to talk about was who she was to me. She was always very open about communication and also very insistent. So growing up, when I had all that young macho bravado, she would quickly stomp it out.
She rechanneled it, huh?
Yes, ma'am. She would always force me to talk about anything personal feelings, you know, help me bring it out, speaking to it. Whenever I had relationship problems, she would sit me down, help me not only understand and organize my thoughts, but to also have the empathy to understand the other person's point of view. And that has helped me out consistently, not only in my career and my relationships,
Right.
but in also every aspect of my life. And I'm very grateful for that, man.
And I'm going to ask you the same question. Does she know how grateful you are?
Yes, ma'am.
That's fantastic.
Or else.
Great. Thank you so much.
How you doing today? My name is Master Sergeant Jerry Graham from the Quality Assurance Office at the Communications Squadron. I work with these fine gentlemen as well. It's interesting because we are all here speaking about a very influential woman in our life, and for me, that's my mother as well. And to answer your question early, absolutely she knows how I feel. She absolutely knows how I feel about her. Mary Frances Graham, born in Lufkin, Texas, was raised by her grandmother, and was moved to Los Angeles to live with her father as she grew up and moved out from high school. And there she met my father. And as they say, love at first sight.
Love at first sight.
And they told me that story, and it just blew my mind how they just saw each other from a distance. And he said, "That's the one I'm going to be with." So, both of them raised by their grandparents. When they had my sister and I, they said, "We're not going to let them get away from us." And they took us under their wings and a little overprotective at times, where you feel like, oh, this is too much, but it was because of the love and that she had for us. So kind of along the same lines, my mom, she worked multiple jobs. My father was in the Army, served 30 years, and without her, he wouldn't have made it as far as he made it. I really appreciate all the sacrifices and all the love that she showed and displayed to us. She's an amazing, amazing woman. And I said I wasn't going to get emotional today, but true, genuine love, that's where that comes from. So,
absolutely.
So she means the world to me, and without her, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Not only her, but, it generates through my sister and I. And then, my wife as well, just another woman who's kind of followed that same path, just being there to support and show that appreciation and love to those who are surround them.
So she has served as a model, and so has your mother, and so has yours, and really influenced others, and you are passing that legacy down to people whom you know and in your family. So it makes me think about the significant women in my life as well, and I think that it's so important to always keep those memories and to let them know every day, that you really do appreciate. There's nothing better for a mother than to know that her child is doing well because of maybe something that they did in terms of raising you. So thank you so much for sharing those really poignant stories with us today. So as we like to say,
Ciao.
ciao
From
Lajes
Lajes
Now. And you get to keep these cups. Isn't that fantastic? You've
Right on.